Good afternoon, sir. Before I start to give my speech, let me introduce myself. My name is Karenina Getafriskabiki, and I'm from Class 6D with registration number 19010200152. Today, I will give my speech under title Accelerate Financial Inclusion in a Pandemic Era by Increased Bank Product and Services through Digital Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, in this pandemic era, all our activity are being restricted. We can't go out without masks that cover our face, without hand sanitizer that we keep bring wherever we go. Many businesses, marketplace, and services are being closed, and it is bringing us to crisis economy. That's why our government tried to restoring our national financial by accelerate financial inclusion through bank. And why it is important? Because financial inclusion contribute positively to sustainable local and national economic growth and to reduce inequality and rigidity of low-income tribes so as to improve the welfare of the community, which lead us ultimately to an decrease of poverty levels. I will talk why we need to increase our bank product and services through digital innovation in order to accelerate financial inclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, before I talk about this, let me see first the definition of financial inclusion. And this is definition I get from RBI or Reserve Bank of India. Financial inclusion is a process of ensuring access to appropriate financial products and services needed by all sections of the society in general and for those groups such as weaker group and low-income group in particular at affordable cost in fair and transparent manner regulated by mainstream institutional players. From this definition, I want us to look at some important points. First is appropriate financial product and services. Second is vulnerable group. And third is appropriate affordable cost in fair and transparent manner. Let's talk first about vulnerable group. Why we need to look at this? Because in this pandemic era, there are many vulnerable groups that doesn't come to bank to open their bank account or passbook. And this is make our financial inclusion is decreased. That's why if we can reach this group, the vulnerable group, we can accelerate financial inclusion. Now let's talk about product and services. First, product. Product and services is the reason why the vulnerable group doesn't come to bank to open their bank account or passbook. When I tell you to imagine about a bank product, I believe that all of us have different mental item about bank products. Some of you maybe think about bank account or passbook, but some people will think about credit card, debit card, or unlimited card or black card. While some people only know about what is the passbook or bank account. Ladies and gentlemen, why this is happened? Because the information about the bank product is not give or reach to all people in the society. Some products are made for some special groups such as the high class. For example, the high class will know the information about what is bank credit, bank credit card, or bank products such as unlimited card or black card, and what is the function of it, what is the benefit of this. While some people, for example, the vulnerable group doesn't know the information about this bank product. And I think that maybe you will think that this is something that we can ignore. But just from the lack of information, we can see that there is a discrimination between high class, middle class, and low class, such as the vulnerable groups. And this is why the vulnerable group doesn't come to bank to open their bank account or passbook, because they don't want to get discrimination. Now let's talk about the services. I believe that we all know that there is still discrimination that the vulnerable group get from the servicer. I don't talk about the big problem or the big discrimination that they get, such as they don't have to come to bank because the servicers say that the vulnerable group not allowed to come to bank. I don't talk about that. I'm just talk how the servicer give the discrimination to the vulnerable group, such as they give the different intonation, their face so disrespectful, or just being give some different behavior. I just talk about the simple things like this. Or when you give smile to the vulnerable group, there are some negative aura that the vulnerable groups get. And why the servicer usually or often discriminate the vulnerable groups? The reason is when they have to give service to the vulnerable group, they have to give more attention, they have to pay more energy to explain or to tell them what they should do. This is because the vulnerable groups are usually someone or some of groups that has less education, or even they can't read, even they can't write. That's why the servicer need to give their more attention, more energy to just service them. And to add the miserable of the vulnerable group is they don't have information about the bank product, so when they come to bank they have to ask again to the servicer what is this, what the function of this bank product or what the benefit of this bank product, and it is make the services get bothered or mistreat them. When I say this, I believe that we need to give the same services to all the people. All the servicers in bank have to give some treatment to all the people that come to bank. We should treat them in fair, because I believe that all the people have the same right. So that's why I think that we should have no discrimination in services. Ladies and gentlemen, let's we talk about the affordable cost in fair and transparent manner. People in vulnerable groups are someone that, like I said before, they have no information or less information about the product and services. That's why when they come to bank and want to get services or get bank product, they are fooled by the servicer. Servicer know that they have no information, or they have less information about the bank product and services, so they can give high cost to the vulnerable group. And when it has happened, there is a discrimination from the aspect of financial or the cost. And the problem is when the vulnerable group hear or know the information about the cost of the bank product or the services from other people, and they will think that, oh, I get the discrimination from the bank servicer. So when they get this, they will think that bank is not a place for me. That is place for someone who are in high class. And if I have to get discrimination in bank, I will never come to bank to open my bank account. Who wants to be discrimination? Get discrimination, I mean. I will not give my energy just to come to bank and get discrimination, to get some different behavior from the servicer. And that's why the vulnerable group doesn't come to bank, because they doesn't want to get discrimination. And then if we keep doing this, then it means that the financial inclusion will still decrease. we will never accelerate the financial inclusion, because the vulnerable group doesn't come to bank to open there's a bank book or account book or passbook. I have some idea or suggestion to improve digital bank product and services through digital innovation. First, why we don't make platform? If we can make platform to give the information about the bank product or services, the vulnerable group who doesn't want to come to bank because they doesn't want to get discrimination, they will still can open their bank account. They can open their bank account just by filling the registration from the platform. And why we don't use TikTok, for example, to share our information about bank product and services, so all the people of the society has information about our bank product and services, so we can decrease or we can make sure that there is no discrimination to all the people in the society. I also think that why we don't make application where the vulnerable group or all the people can use to get the servicer and bank product. So even the vulnerable groups doesn't have to come to bank to get some services like to send money or transfer the money. They can use their mobile phone just to send the money. And this is important because we now live in world that all people want to do all things just in a second minutes. That's why we should do this. We should improve our digital innovation in order to fill or answer the customer's needs. I also has idea about how we should do if we have to come to bank or the servicer have to do in offline. In what I mean is that when someone comes to bank and what the servicer need to do in order to reduce the discrimination in services. First, I believe that we need to make sure that all people have the same right. We need to make sure that we have to remember this, to make sure that we don't discriminate some people or some groups of people. So if we can give the same services and we can give them affordable cost in transparent and fair manner and in fair, then people such as the vulnerable group will come to bank to open their account because they feel welcome. They feel that they are being treated same as other people. And actually, I doesn't like how the people in bank, for especially the servicer, talk to the customer. They like just looks like or sound like machine. They say, please fill this registration. Please give me your identity card. They sound like a machine, but actually there are humans that know how to interact with other people, how to communicate with other people. That's why I think that if the services can a little bit friendly to just say hello or just to ask how the customer condition or just ask about their family, I believe that the customer will feel that they are welcome. And I think it is important. Why? Because if we feel we are welcome by people in some place, that we will come to that place again. That's why we need to do this. We need to give all our customer for such a vulnerable group, for vulnerable group a friendly manners, a friendly behavior. We should give this to them to show that they are welcome to punk. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason why we need to improve our bank product services, because this is a true digital innovation, because this is a things that we need to improve in order to accelerate financial inclusion. Because if we do these things, that we can reach the vulnerable group, and the vulnerable group will come to bank to open their bank book or account book or passbook. And if the vulnerables come to open this, do this, it means that we can increase or accelerate financial inclusion. While when we accelerate financial inclusion, automatically we contribute to restoring our national financial, and also reduce inequality and rigidity of low income tribes, and to improve the welfare of the community, which lead us automatically to decrease of poverty levels. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my speech. Thank you for listening to me.